Hey, I'm ElusiveKev. Welcome back to TT I Love Man Ride on the Edge, which we're going to be doing around the Old Blair Forest Race for 4 laps. And this is just the first race against 4 opponents with Triangle Russell on the Yamaha. Got a Kawasaki of Jeff Ramsey and the Triumph Daytona. Let's see what we can do on our Honda. So we are at the start, revving up our engine on our Honda. As we get underway around a familiar track for us. So hopefully not too many outtakes from this race. It's got 2 of them around this track in Scotland. But a fun track as well. It's a bit tight in the first sector and then really opens up in the back straight. So let's see what can the Ace do against those 4 opponents. As we're not learning this track, which is good. It's all a bit deep into the hairpin. So we can push it a bit more than we would normally on this first lap. Maybe in all 4 laps to just kind of push it. We don't have to push too hard as we seem to have good pace around it. Let's go through to the left. And build up the speed down this back straight. So over 150 miles per hour in 5th gear. It's on the super sport bike, pretty good, but the Ace wants a super bike. Saving up for that as he lifts through to the left. Gets hard on the brakes for this hairpin. That's the trickiest corner on this circuit. As you have to be slow through it. And you can have carry speed as well, leading on to this front stretch. He goes a bit airborne. And also, there's a bit of a gradient change as well, so you've got to be careful of that to carry not too much speed through that corner. As you sort of clip in the tyres through the chicane. Just like you need to do. Then a bit of a rise, got the lift. Get hard on the brakes, you can see some locking up previously. And down to first, you get hard on the power, nice and smooth transition there. Let's go through the S's. And into the left-hander. Bit wide on entry. But nice to hit the apex and into the right, but very wide. And let's compromise us through the left. Before this run down this back straight, it looks like we're pulling away from the rest behind. Is the Ace. And this is just the first race as well. So there's going to be more painful for the people behind in the second. He continues this pace. And no way did I name him the Ace so I could make crappy puns like that. Not at all. What are you accusing me of? As you go down this back straight, or start finish straight, into the second half of the race. It's looking very good for the Ace. As you can see, you can really be aggressive with that right-hander. Just to the left in the middle of that chicane you have to be cautious with. You can be very aggressive on the exit. You're sort of cutting the grass and still looking good. There's the Ace. Let's go over that rise. You can get it all the way down to first again for this tight left-hander. They do have to hold the left-hand hairpins on this circuit. Go through this first sector. Carry that in second, nicely on the throttle. You can definitely tell we're familiar with this track. We're getting familiar with the handling as well. Very smooth on the power now. Isn't jagging all over the place, the rear end. So rate transfer seems to be better. We're getting used to that. I said the rate transfer was the other stick on the MotoGP or motocross games. It's actually also on the left stick, so actually I'm familiar. The way it be on the left stick. It's just the tuck in that you have from the MotoGP games. I'm not used to that, and also you use the right stick in the motocross games for the rate transfer in the air, so it's just strange not being used in the right stick. I having my right hand doing anything at all in these races. It's only changing gear. Not used to it being so. Doing one thing. So that's maybe what I was a bit unfamiliar with at the beginning of this game, but definitely I'm familiar with it now. It's on this final lap, just looking to bring it home. As I think pace rise, Ace is looking pretty good. You can see manoeuvring the bike beautifully through that S-bend. That's probably the best he's done them in this race. Then through the right, left, get it up to third gear. And then cruise down this back straight. I do love this course. It's a fantastic little course. That's the only problem. It is quite short. I'd love it to be longer. Hopefully do not lock the rears into this corner like we did on the previous lap. That's pretty good. Now hard on the power as you approach the line. What happens if we go on this side? Does that avoid the bump? Oh, not really. As that is another victory for the ace by 45.3 seconds. Well, this is just the first race. He's still got one to go, as he's going to try and keep this cushion at that distance. As overall, he's 2.4 ahead of, is that the Superbike in second? On the Super Sport bike, he's just gaining. Fastest out, 116.8. He's got Spencer Johns, got Marco at the back. But still right at the top. So let's see what he can do on his second go around. Let's get us underway for another 4-lap race. And he just needs to do more of the same, basically. Nice and smooth, keep the power up. That's a pretty good start through the chicane in second gear. It seems to be a mixture of second or third gear. It just depends how aggressive you are on the first part. But you can get away with third gear through that chicane. Definitely need to be down to first though for the hairpin. Don't want to be that wide though. That was pretty damn wide from the ace. Go through the S's. Don't need to brake at all, just a slight lift in the middle. Definitely need to brake into the left-hander though. And definitely into this right, a bit tighter. Oh, but look at that, beautifully on the power. Nice weight transfer as well. That's a difficult part of that section, is just the weight transfer. Really is a test. And that's slightly where the physics come undone in this game with the weight transfer. The handling in general, the rider's just all over the place if you play in third person. It's a bit comical. That's one of the reasons why I'm playing it in this first person. Not just because it is fantastic view as well. I do love playing in first person or cockpit in all the games that I try and play. Now there are games like Gravel, MotoGP 17 where I do have to play in third person. But it's just, I'm most comfortable. But on this TT, Isle of Man game, of course I'm going to play Isle of Man in first person. Of course I want to experience that. Let's get it all the way down to first. Nicely into the hairpin, maybe a bit slow. Look at that person to the left hand side trying to put their hand up. Wave to the ace, trying to distract him. Is that what his opponents are doing now? Let's go through the left. Into the right. It's a bit wide, but again nice and smooth on the power, which is the most important part, as he is pulling away again from everyone else behind. You're past the street lights and the houses. I can imagine living in one of these houses. So on that Isle of Man, when they're having the race on, just having these bites going by at like 150 miles per hour. Absolutely insane. As we're going into the second half of the race. You can see being very cautious braking into this first corner. But it's so easy to brake too late into that corner. Because you've got that bump and then you want to get on the power so hard. Heading towards that first corner. But if you go on it too long, just so you get used to it, you have to brake again. There's all, he clips the inside there. Clips the tyres, but he gets away with it. He goes through the stone walls. Through the left, into the right. I just wish this game had all of the kind of main road racing circuits, not just the Isle of Man TT, but the Northwest 200, the Ulster Grand Prix. Thanks to Motorsport 101 for reminding me that was the other big road racing event. Macau Grand Prix as well. Imagine having Macau and the Isle of Man in the same game. That would be insane. So yeah, there's definitely maybe avenues in the future to explore for the developers if they want to continue doing this kiloton. But of course they got the WRC games to concentrate on now. Make WRC 8. And after 7, such a good game 7. Just little things again that are a bit annoying. Well, for the most part, physics were pretty damn good, at least on the controller. Stage design was incredible. Some of the best stages experienced in a rally game from my perspective. Graphics were alright. Could definitely improve those, but then that's not what we really care about in racing games. It's about just the experience, the feeling. I mean, looking at some of the games I like growing up, like Burnout 3 now, that does not look good now compared to modern games, but it's still one of my all-time favourite games, just because of the experience of playing it. Sometimes frustrating, but hell of a lot of fun as well. And that's what we need to see from more AAA developers as well, trying to work on that experience rather than just going for graphics like Madden have gone the last couple of years. Horrendous gameplay now. Gameplay's all over the place, but it looks good. I guess that's what EA kind of matters about, though. As we go across the line and win by 30 seconds now. How disappointing. 10 seconds less than our previous attempt. Terrible. So overall, the Ace wins by almost a minute ahead of Jeff March on his Honda. We've got the Kawasaki round out the podium. Ian Hutchinson on his Yamaha. Then Marie Boucard in 5th on the Kawasaki. Then we've got Rowan Ramsey, Oliver Winter, Spencer Vincent, Patrick Tran, and Jeff Ramsey round out the top 10 on his Kawasaki. As you scroll through, all the way through the field, there's Marcus Ramsey at the back on a Honda. So a pretty good start to things, but maybe we need to show off a different track here. A new venue, such as the Triangle Raceway TT, maybe. Let's do choice 1. And let's head to the Triangle. So we've got 2 laps around the 7.36 kilometre long track. And this is definitely a shortened version of the Northwest 200, isn't it? From what I can recognise from the track map, as we've got 4 different opponents. Look at all those Hondas. Just a lone Kawasaki trying to win the way. Let's see if he can do that. So we are revving up at the start. Let's get underway aboard our Honda Super Sport bike. Around perhaps the new tricky triangle. We will find out on this lap. And then on the second lap, be a bit more aggressive. I've accused myself in the past of being too aggressive learning these circuits, so hopefully I can slow it down, which will cut down. And the outtakes at the end as look at the undulation downhill. And then through the left. Well, this is a very tight left hand. Okay, way too much speed, but loving the undulation already around this circuit. That is quite something. As we really get out of the left hander, that's not what you want to be doing. So here we go. Now we've got a fast stretch. You can build up the speed. Look at us fly. Let's go towards this. Oh, that's flying territory. You don't want to be going too fast over that. We're still keeping it in 6th gear. Look how wide this part of the circuit is as well. It's got a right hander in front. Right, look at all these leaves. And now look at this ahead. Got a double left. At the end of this lap. Very windy as well, according to the flags on the inside. As took that in 2nd. Maybe should have just taken that in 1st. Maybe a bit too aggressive there. But it's good to know for the 2nd lap as well. So we're going to be very aggressive on that lap compared to this one. As you're gaining on the rider in front though. Let's get down to 5th with the right hander. Oh, we're gaining loads on the rider in front through this section. Now we've got a tour guide. This is pretty good. For first lap round here to learn the circuit. Even though they seem to be lifting when we're going into straights. There's once again the leaves just hanging in the air. So this is a very tricky section. It looks like almost at the back of the rider in front. Going down the inside into the right. Oh, look at that in front. Look how tight that hairpin is. Let's see if we can make it through. We can barely make it through the one at the beginning of that. That we do. And then into the right in second. Just clip that inside, or try not to clip the inside. And it looks like we've got another second gear corner. To the left, get hard on the power. Get it up to third. Then into the right, get down to second again. And through the left, can we accelerate? Looks like we want to, but just can't quite get away with that. And then into the left. We can see the start-finish straight line right in front of us. So that's around a 3-minute lap. That's we're 6 seconds down apparently. It says at the top. So we've got some gunning it to do on this lap. As we already cleared one rider though. We've got some clean air. We're clipping pavements. Don't want to be doing that. Let's go downhill. Through the right. Get down to second. Through the left. Don't know how our brakes did not lock up. As we exit that fascinating hairpin. And accelerate away down this back straight. Let's build the speed up. So 150 miles per hour before that little jump, which comes up over this rise through the left-hander. Oh, too much flying. We survived going on the pavement though. Thank God it's wide open round here. It's not like the Isle of Man where it would be a bit tighter and we have hedges everywhere. As now we brake it into the left-hander. Use that pavement as curbing. Just clip it. And then into the next left. Don't have any pavement to clip. Just make sure you chuck the bike at that corner. We really are gaining on the rider in front though. This is pretty good on this second lap. So we are really pushing it. Hopefully aiming for around a 2-minute 40 lap. Or something like that. Get down to sit. Just keep cruising in sit. And accelerate away. We don't have much of the lap to go. Bit wide there. Once again, leaves just hanging in the air. Go into this tricky section. Into the left. You may kink, but you can just brake in a straight line there. Now into the hairpin. Do not outbrake yourself. What we had there. Braked very deep. Got away with it. Then through the right, dabbled the brakes. You can just roll the bike into that corner. That's a pretty lovely corner. You nailed it. And through the left. Unfortunately, got a rider right in front of us at the end of this lap. You have to dive it down the inside, into the right. Oh, you're not having any of it. We get them back on the left. And into this left. And now accelerate. We know we can go flat out until the line. Is this second lap good enough though for the victory? Oh, it's gonna be close. It is 10.5 ahead of Argus, with Jeff in third, then the Kawasaki in fourth, and the Ferb in fifth. So overall, Alan wins by 10 seconds. So only 8 riders took part in this event, but another good event has. We'll be heading next time, as he's done all the events on that page. As next time there's a Honda Invitational, 14,000 for the victor. Round, where is it? We've got 3 laps, or 3 races. Then after that, shall we just accept the RL 360 Quantum Pogedy hunt? Only 3,000 for first. And then another Honda Invitational. Good thing it's the end of the episode, I can barely speak now. where we get 1,000. And then heading into the next season, it looks like we've got a few choices, but let's leave that to the next episode. This is our last 3 events then of this season. I don't imagine we get it all into the next episode. I imagine it'll take a couple episodes, but it's been a very successful one for the Ace once again. And as you can see, his calendar's full with the Honda Invitationals and that Prodigy Hunt. So let's see what you could do next time in that Invitational. Maybe get that big prize, and then you can maybe get a Superbike for next season. We'll find out then. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya next time. There's all the tyres locked up there. Into the left. But, oh, down to 30. Where are we going? Oh, yes, we do. Whoa, we're flying. Left out. Fuck it.